What in tarnation?
Hello folks, this is Apple Geek, and it's time to watch Season 7, Episode 23. Whatever this one might be, I still do not have any spoilers for the remaining episodes this season. And yes, I am fully aware that all the remaining episodes of the season have leaked out. I was aware of that before I even watched last week's episode, Episode 22. I'm in the process of going through these. I'm not going to watch them quickly. I need to watch each one and go through my analysis process and stuff. I don't want to get this stuff out of order, but I'm in ultra lockdown mode right now. I'm ignoring Twitter. I'm ignoring everything at this point. So don't worry about me. I'm good here. Honestly, by the time you're watching this, I probably will have watched all the episodes anyway, because I'm not uploading any of these videos until their actual air dates, because I don't want to run into any early release issues on YouTube. So I will be sending out tweets and stuff once I'm done with everything. So, but yeah, that's that. And yeah, hopefully the audio works better on this episode now. I apologize greatly for the audio quality in the last episode. Something went haywire on my system. I still don't know what. Somehow I managed to fix it, and I don't know how I fixed it, which really, really bothers me. But anyway, hoping this will work better this time. So, anyway, again, know nothing about this episode, so without further ado, let's give it a watch. Episode 23, starting now.
Okay, all we need is a dot of salt, a dab of sugar, and a
Pinky?
spritz of
Derpy! And a berry punch.
Are those real measurements? How do you keep track without a recipe?
Pie baking is more art than science, and this will be my masterpiece. It's to celebrate
Okay.
Rainbow Dash's 73rd wonderful training session.
73rd?
That's oddly specific.
I know! The pie is blueberry because Wonderbolt outfits are blue. The crust is rainbow, for obvious reasons. But the most
Sure.
special part is the 73 super secret sweets and spices that represent each training session.
Okay.
Please pass the brown sugar, pink sugar, sweet root apple, jelly berry mash, and a towel.
What now?
You sure are going to a lot of trouble for Rainbow Dash's pie.
Wow.
That's because I know how much she loves them. My pies are her favorite. It's worth all the trouble to see her happy. Now I'm gonna need some cocoa powder, cocoa flakes, cocoa bar. What's that?
Sure.
Isn't that for
Snack
the pie?
time.
Twilight, that's hilarious. You don't mix chocolate into a blueberry pie.
That's an excellent point.
I'm making chocolate fuel that keeps this pie baking train chugging down the tracks.
Wait, was that chocolate milk? Was that the...
Now let's finish this pie. Choo-choo-choo.
Okay, it's... Pinky is in rare form in this episode. What is going... I was just thinking it might have been nice to get another Pinky episode this season, so this is interesting. But... Okay, Rainbow Dash is not going to be happy about something, and that's going to really bother Pinky, is my guess. But other than that, I guess we'll be seeing Wonderbolts this episode, too. I got nothing. It's going to be a fun one, though, with Pinky. Yeah, Wonderbolts Academy.
Good training, every pony.
Sky Stinger and...
Crash really added that sparkle to that pressure diamond drop.
Surprise! Happy 73rd Wonderbolt training session!
My 73rd training session?
Why the...
Specific?
Yes!
I'm just so proud and happy
Secrets
for you,
and
I've been counting all
pies?
your training sessions, and I was gonna wait until your 100th, but I got too excited, and I know how much you love pie, so happy 73rd training session!
Wow, I want a piece of that.
You didn't have to do this.
Oh, I know I didn't have to, but I really wanted to.
More like she needed to.
Whoa, what's that?
Huh? What?
Nothing, but wow. This pie is the best I've ever had.
Oh, boy.
Cinnamon?
I knew you'd
Ooh.
love it. Have more. I made the whole thing for you.
Really? Oh, that's
What?
so great.
So sharing with your
But
friends?
I need to go change. And then I have to take Tank to the vet. His sensitive toward his tummy's been acting up again. Do you mind if I take this pie with me?
Of course not. I got gotta get back to my shift at Sugar Cube Corner anyway.
Vapor Trail, that was her name.
Congratulations again!
Thanks.
Take out the
I knew
trash.
she'd love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna end up in the trash.
That
Too late.
You didn't see a blueberry rainbow crust 73 ingredient pie with a slice eaten out of it in here, did you?
No.
Right. Of course you didn't. That would be ridiculous. Because I made it for Rainbow Dash, and she loves my pie. She would never throw them away like trash in the trash with other trash, right? Right?
Right.
Leave me out of this, please.
I couldn't have been the one.
Party planning cave.
Seen things. I did have a lot of chocolate this morning.
Well, 73 ingredients in a
If I
pie.
wasn't
It's.
seeing things, what if that was my pie?
I'm wondering if it
That would be
really didn't taste
bananas.
good. It's a little too many ingredients. Whoa, Pinky, settle down.
Rainbow Dash has been replaced by an imposter who throws delicious pies away. Or has she been brainwashed by a pie-hating evil queen?
No.
That's a good point. Rainbow Dash is too stubborn to be brainwashed. Plus, she hates washing. Something else going on here. Let's look up a few of the more recent pies I've made for her. The boysenberry pie I made for her birthday, and her 3 half-birthday lemon meringues, and the It's Not Your Birthday But Here's a Pie Anyway Day custard pie. She ate all of these, right?
Uh-oh.
Another pie? Thank you so much.
Go back to birth anniversary. Oh
Guess it was
no.
Awesome. 3
She
lemon
doesn't like
meringues.
pie at all.
Hey, what's that over there? Never mind. Great pies.
All skill.
It's not your birthday, but here's a pie anyway day.
Thank you. No way. Check that out.
It's not even my birthday.
Oh, sorry.
Where's Soren when you need him? All these pies and no Soren.
Custard was everything.
Have I ever really seen Rainbow Dash eat one of my pies?
Well, she did eat a piece this time. She at least did that, but... Or did she?
Good one.
I assume she did, but maybe... There's the cat! The cat. The hat from the
She's been a wonderbolt.
Mystery and the Friendship
Tell
Express.
me you've never seen her eat one?
Affirmative. Or, negative.
She wasn't seen eating one.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Are we under investigation?
As chief detective on the pie case, I've labeled you all ponies of interest. So it's best to tell me
Of course you
everything
have.
you know.
Well, we have been getting mysterious monthly pie donations.
Would you be able to pick these pies
Uh-oh.
out of a lineup?
Oh, hey there, Doc.
Dash's pet tortoise Tank has been having tummy troubles. When did it start?
Oh,
Poor
Tank's
Tank had
eating the
over 10
pies.
signs of sugar overload. Jittery shell, sleeplessness, reptilian indigestion.
This all happened the day after I made Rainbow Dash a thanks for lending me your jacket peach pie. Seems the pieces of the puzzle are plopping into place, but the picture isn't pretty. Note to self, P alliteration pie. Is that everything, Doc?
Got enough
Well, there's
words to
also
start with the letter P there?
Interesting.
How did he swallow that whole?
Realize the flavor of that pie?
No, but you know, Miss Cheerly was in here not long ago. The class hamster was having similar symptoms. Perhaps it's a pie pandemic.
I just might know Pony Patient
Really?
Zero.
Dr. Fawn is right. I do always have to remind the fools and fillies not to share the pies with the class hamster. Animals just can't digest pony food.
Indeed. But where do these pies come from?
Well,
Nice
they're from
Celestia
Rainbow
picture.
Dash. She drops off her day after Rainbow Dash's half-birthday pie every year.
The day after her half birthday?
Oh no.
Very interesting. Because I give her a pie on her half birthday every year. And I have a feeling it's the same pie.
What gave you that impression?
It comes from the
it.
I'm so glad. At least I can be sure some pony is.
Oh boy. She's in full conspiracy mode.
She didn't eat the cream and she didn't eat the chocolate. She didn't eat any of them! Why? And don't tell me this all just started recently. It's been going on for years. Cheerilee said so herself. If there's one thing I know, you can't escape the truth.
Where did she get those pieces of pie to actually put up there? Soren, delivery, She hates pie.
Doesn't like pie, and she's been lying to me about it the whole time.
Yep. Because apparently she didn't want to hurt your feelings, would be my guess. Oh boy.
Pinkie Pie? Pinkie Pie!
And we've got Applejack to get the truth out of Rainbow Dash. Oh!
Oh, party planning came. You okay?
It's a special talent, why not?
Screaming for fun.
Screaming is fun, but I'm not okay. I've been making Rainbow Dash pies for years, but she doesn't even like them. She's been
Does Applejack know?
lying to me.
But every pony loves your pies. They're the greatest
No,
things.
she didn't.
since Sliced apples.
Thank you.
And I can swear I've seen her eat one of your pies before.
Have you really?
Yes, think hard.
I thought I had. That's
Mhm.
why I said it.
Are you sure?
Maybe I haven't?
Exactly! Because it's all been a sham. Rainbow Dash has been laughing at my pies behind my back and scheming about me to get
She's
rid of
not
them.
doing... No. Oh, real... Is that gargoyle? Oh my word! What?
Worst tasting food in all of Equestria!
Nightmare Dash?
And now, I will destroy Pinkie Pie's horrid abominations, freeing the land of these disgusting pies forever!
Okay, this episode's going places. Oh my word! What?
Good riddance, strawberry cream, and peaches aplenty.
Wow.
Pineapple crumble and lemon surprise.
Oh my...
I really don't think that's what's happening.
I don't think so either.
I just heard of the movie about
so.
ponies with rainbow lasers out of the coming out of their
I've got
eyes.
just the thing to get your mind off all this madness. We've had a great apple harvest, so I was hoping you could whip up a few of your delicious pies.
Aw.
Yes, I will make pies. Lots of pies.
Oh no! Oh no!
So many pies, it'll force her to admit the truth. Or I'll catch her in the act of getting
That's a
rid.
plan.
Operation Pie of Lies is a go. Thanks, Applejack. I knew I could count on you to come up with a plan.
I don't think that's what I did.
No.
Also, how do you get out of here?
Yes, indeed.
What's happening?
Wow.
Happy official Wake Your Friends Up Day!
I've never heard of Wake Your Friends Up Day.
Pinkie never needs a reason to make a new
Let me
holiday.
make you your favorite pie in celebration! Ta-da! Gifts are the second most important part of Wake Your Friends Up Day.
What's the first most important part?
Accepting the gifts and enjoying them immediately.
Well, I'm sorry I forgot about Wake Your Friends Up Day. Let me make it up to you. Here.
What? Okay. That's convenient. And right down to... Oh my word. Really?
The pie, where'd it go?
What do you mean, where did it go?
How? Where?
She's losing it!
Congratulations on your 74th wonderful training session. Here's a pie. Now eat it.
Okay, this is getting a little out of huff. I haven't even trained yet.
Nice.
Well, I wanted to pre-celebrate.
Carbo
because I
load.
already know how great you're gonna do. Eat the pie.
Pinkie, look out!
I'm not gonna fall for
Ooh! Wow. Isn't that nice medic table there? Yeah. Her cart.
Sorry, ma'am, but we have to make sure you didn't sustain any internal injuries.
I don't think that's a problem with her. She's made of
The pie
silly putty.
was delicious. You just get better.
have to eat the pies.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I gotcha.
This is... yeah.
Right. Or you could say me that way.
You gotta be more careful, okay?
Why don't you just ask her straight up?
Me from the pie pyramid, so have a pie.
Shut those eyes!
Love them.
Now eat up. Thanks.
Wow. Those faces.
Can't wait to eat all these pies. Delicious.
This is like a staring contest. Who's gonna blink first? Hey, Bon Bon.
Rainbow Dash. There you are.
Pinky,
Pie and you're the
you
only
don't
one
look so
who
good.
has yet. So here, pie. You to eat. Now.
Are you okay?
No.
To be
No, she's
scared
not.
More than usual.
I just
Yeah.
really like to watch others enjoy my pies.
You sure you don't have to blink?
Me? No, I'm not much of a blinker. Don't mind.
Ah!
Go ahead and take a bite.
Well, do I want to take a big bite or a small bite? I just don't.
Do you actually hate pie, or have you refused to even try it?
Medium. No, definitely not medium.
Just try some.
Oh, she's gonna lose it.
Do you have any milk?
What is... Wait. Really, Dash? Really?
Your pies are just too good to resist.
What? No. That's it. I can't
Uh-oh.
take it.
Everything okay, Pinky?
No. Everything is not okay. You hate my pies.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That
So what you
that
did-
pie's still floating up
See
there.
what you did, but I know that you've been fake eating my pies. You threw away the pie I made for your 73rd Wonderful training session, and I know you secretly somehow got rid of all the other pies I gave you. Admit it!
That's crazy. What
No,
do
it's
you
not.
think I did? Somehow make them all disappear into thin air?
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Why didn't her pinky
maybe I
sense
made
detect that?
one of them disappear into thin air.
She's too out of whack right now. Rainbow Dash, you got some splaining to do.
Oh, what? I just wanted to share these amazing pies with the folks of Cloudsdale. So I was trying to send them up via balloon mail.
But you just said they were delicious.
Stop it.
Well, obviously that's because I have amnesia. I've been brainwashed.
Dash.
It's opposite day.
Nope.
Everything's working fine. You hate washing, and I know today's not opposite day because I bake you a pie for it every year. Just throw away or give to charity.
Wouldn't you not bake a pie on opposite day, though?
Laser eyes while laughing at me.
Laser eyes?
So you admit it.
What? No, I can explain.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, that was far more public than it needed to be.
She won't listen to me. She won't let me apologize.
Well, it's kind of your own fault.
Terrible.
Well, you have been lying to her. All
Yes.
of us, actually.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're lying about that we should know?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
The eyebrow.
That I don't like pies, and not just Pinky's pies, all pies. I know how much she loves making pies, and if I told her I didn't like them, it would have crushed her.
Wouldn't have. She would have made you something else.
Kinda crushed her anyway.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
She wants to make you things you
You're right.
do like.
I guess I should have just eaten the pies in the first place. Wait.
Or
that's
just
it.
explained honestly
Ooh,
that
how
you
I
don't
can make
care
it up
for
to
them.
her.
What are you gonna do? What?
You.
What stinks?
That you? What is that?
What is she?
Oh, it's you.
Pinkie Pie, wait!
What are
I
you?
know now that
Looks
I
like a load of
should've been
garbage
honest with
back
you
there.
From the start, because lying to your friends is wrong. And because getting rid of all those pies was a giant hassle. Any idea how many pies you've made for me over the years?
Yes.
I would like an
know
exact count,
exactly
please.
How many? I have a very detailed piling system.
Of course you do. The point is, I thought the hassle was
I want the
worth
number,
it to
though.
spare your feelings, but I was wrong. So, to make up for it, I made this pie for you. Well, I guess I made it for me, to eat in front of you. Point is, I'm eating this pie for friendship.
Please don't.
Wait, that smelly circular monstrosity is a pie?
Yeah! I know
Sort
I can't go back and eat all the
of.
pies you made for me in the past, so instead, I'm gonna eat this giant one for you now. So, here I go!
Oh, no, stop.
Watch you do this.
Oh, getting nauseous just looking at that.
That crust or some kind of concrete.
Honestly, I have no idea.
I can't believe you're willing to eat this terrible pie for me. It's ridiculous, and this whole thing is overly complicated, and I think I finally understand why you lied.
Whoa, what's that? Huh, guess it was nothing.
I'm so glad you enjoyed my pies.
Oh, never mind. Great pies. No way, check that out.
It's not even my birthday!
Oh, sorry, guess it was nothing. But that custard was everything.
Seeing you eat my pies makes me the happiest pony in all of Equestria!
I know it does.
Mm-hmm.
You did a lot of ridiculous and overly complex things to get rid of my pies because it made you happy to see me happy.
Yep.
Just like I went to a lot of effort to make
Still
you
not a good
pie
reason, but-
because it made me happy to see you happy.
Yes!
And if you're willing to go through all of that, it really shows how much you're willing to do for your friends.
Ah, shucks, it was nothing.
Now get out of that thing and give me a hug! Just remember, in
Aw.
the future you can always be honest with me.
Yes,
I could have
please.
told her that.
Cool. How about this? Your hugs are too tight.
Yes, thank you.
No, they're not.
Oh boy. But seriously, why did none of those pies end up in Soren's mouth in the course of this episode? Apparently that meme is dead. Well, this is just a fun little quick character lesson episode, whatever. Yeah, I'll be right back. Just stay tuned for commentary, guys. Thanks. Alright, well, I get the feeling this is going to be a pretty short little commentary here. Episode that's very nice and direct and to the point. Really kind of felt like a Season 1 episode, or maybe Season 2 episode, but the title itself, Secrets of Pies, was a direct reference to Party of One at the end of Season 1, which was, there was a line in there where Pinkie was saying, secrets and lies, secrets and lies. So, yeah, and clearly you could see with the way Pinkie was acting, is going along a similar vein as the way things were happening there. You know, she found out that one or more of her friends were lying to her about things, or not being upfront with her, and it was just driving her crazy, like, I need to figure out what's going on, and yeah. So, kind of a fun little callback to Season 1 there. And there's other past episode references in here too, of course, as I called out. I'm sure some people are just going to say it's a very weak episode, weakest episode of the season or something, and I wouldn't call it weak. I mean, it was very light on actual story. Maybe just a bit repetitive with the way Rainbow Dash kept avoiding the issue, things like that, but I personally really found it to be a refreshing change of pace. I mean, we've had a ton of awesome episodes this season. There's been so much character development and world building and all the stuff going on. It's all fantastic, fun stuff to pick apart and analyze. But sometimes you just need a nice, fun little story, a fun little lesson that isn't really burdened with a lot of, numerous characters and new places and things that we just have to tear apart and try and figure out how it all works together. So, this was just a really fun, episode we can sit down and watch and laugh at, and just a fun one. So, I really enjoyed it. And I do have to say too, it's after seven seasons, we have finally gotten an episode featuring Pinkie Pie that is all about pies. Anyway, but yes, the moral lesson, very important lesson about honesty in this one. Interesting one that they honestly have needed to do that. I'm accidental puns. I'm sorry. We've needed to touch on this one for a while, I think. I mean, clearly we've had lessons about honesty before, but this is a little bit different angle than some of those. And interestingly, it didn't involve Applejack. Not that she exactly should have a monopoly on lessons about honesty, but it was interesting that they brought her in as a supporting character in this one. Not a background pony, I'm not going to say that, but she was a supporting character. But she didn't really do anything. Other than be there for moral support, I guess, for Pinkie, which was great. It's a little ironic that we have a lesson about honesty and she's there, but then she doesn't actually do anything. So I don't know. It was whatever. It was just funny to see that. But instead, it's in a way Applejack's alter ego, Rainbow Dash, that had to deal with the lesson, since Ashley Ball voices in both. But yes, Dash doesn't like pies, and she didn't want to hurt Pinkie's feelings. So I imagine this being a thing where, way back whenever the first time was that Pinkie gave her a pie, it very much could have been just a politeness thing, like she doesn't like pies, but she graciously accepted the pie, which is the polite thing to do. I mean, sometimes when people give you gifts, it's not really anything that you asked for or wanted, but the polite thing to do is accept it and thank them for it and, make the best of it. So I can see that being where it started, but, if she oversold it and say, oh, I love pies, thank you so much, or something like that, then, Pinkie, of course, would have latched onto that and would have just started, constantly giving her pies. It's, I said, a one-time thing like that isn't that big of a deal, and I'm sure she never wanted to hurt Pinkie's feelings and stuff, but obviously it created this problem, and it became a recurring thing and a very slippery slope and whatnot, and, it went past, politeness to just, she's flat out lying to Pinkie about all this stuff. She is allowing Pinkie to continually make all these pies for her and then trying to find creative ways to get rid of them rather than just dealing with the problem, being honest with her friend. And I really think, Dash had the right idea. It was kind of a little strange the way the lesson went here. After Dash got found out and was forced to admit that she had been lying, she was kind of hung up on the thing, oh, I guess I should have just eaten the pies. Well, no, you should have just been honest with Pinkie to begin with. But there is some truth, too, to the, should have tried the pies, because I'm not really understanding, like, she doesn't like any kind of pie at all. I mean, I'm not a big pie fan or dessert fan all that much myself anyway, but there's been times where I have tried certain things, like, no, I don't like this, but oh, I do like this, and I didn't even realize it. I don't think she's allowing herself to even try things and find things that she might like that she didn't realize that she liked. I'm sure Pinkie makes fantastic pies. Maybe she's in for a surprise. I don't know. So yeah, she should have tried to eat some of them, but at the very least, she should have been honest with Pinkie. And I mean, again, this isn't even just a one-time thing or a few times thing. This has been going on for years. That's not a good place to be in. And, fortunately, we did get to the root of the issue at the end, where, they finally had the heart-to-heart talk, and, they got things straightened out about, just being honest. From now, it's like, I appreciate what you did to try and save my feelings, but please just be honest with me from now on. And, it got to that through... I think Dash did want to apologize for that specifically, but it was to the point where Pinky wouldn't even talk to her or listen to her, so she had to pull this drastic move of eating this horrific pie. I don't even know how you can call that a pie. I don't know what that was. I think she just went and raided those trash tubes from Cloudsdale or something. I don't know, but that was just pure nastiness. So that actually reminds me of that one episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends where they're making it, and the Blue at the end was forced to eat it like 30 some times or whatever because he caused up. I don't know. I don't remember the specifics of the episode, but if you guys are fans of that show, you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but no, it's really not much to speak of for the character stuff in this. I can see Dash being, not wanting to hurt Pinky's feelings like that, and I really felt like the characters were in character in this. But the point of this is it's not fair to your friends to lie to them like that. Not even if you're trying to protect their feelings or whatever, not wanting them to worry about you or anything like that. And it's regardless of the intentions, lying is wrong. Period. And when the truth is found out, it hurts. And the longer it goes on, the worse it'll end up hurting. So it just there's just heartache with that and loss of trust and whatever. It's a lousy thing to have to go through to feel. And it really wasn't fair to Pinky. I mean, this is one thing that the episode, one side of this that this episode didn't really touch on, but just thinking about in real life, an extension of this, thinking of Pinky, her life goal is to put smiles on her friends' faces. That's clearly been her special talent from day one. I mean, the smile song, all the stuff. This is Pinky's life goal. It's why she's a party pony. And now she has just learned that she has spent years thinking that she was doing something great and awesome for Rainbow Dash, really making things that she liked and making her happy. And now she's realized that she's been essentially making Rainbow Dash miserable for all these years by trying to force her to eat pies that she didn't like. I mean, that's the last thing that Pinky wants to do is, give somebody a gift that they don't like. So, and not only that, but then she's also been robbed of opportunities to actually do things that Dash would have liked. I mean, I'm sure, if this had been confronted a long time ago, I mean, Pinky might have initially been offended, like, how do you not like pies? Like, every pony likes pies. But, she would have gotten over it really quick. And it would have been an issue like, well, what do you like? Cake or, some other thing or whatever. She would have figured out what Rainbow Dash really does like and then proceed to make that for her instead. So, the Pinky is great that way. That's the way it should have gone down, and unfortunately didn't. And again, I don't believe for a second Rainbow Dash ever meant anything malicious by it or anything of the sort. She was just as it was shown here, she was happy that Pinky was trying to make her happy, and by her accepting this, she was seeing Pinky be happy, and that made Dash happy. So it's kind of a cyclical problem there. So, yeah. I understand why she was doing it, but it's still one of those things where it shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. They both would have been far better off and far happier if they had been honest and upfront with each other. So yeah, moral of the story is don't create a relationship based on lies. It doesn't work. It's a very slippery slope. And, again, going into things that they didn't touch in this episode, if you lie about this, well, what other things are you lying about? Well, it did touch on that, because there is that question from Applejack about, like, is anything else you've been lying about you'd like to tell us about? And they kind of slid past that one. But, but it does, that's what happens. You start to question, like, well, if you're lying about this, what else are you lying about? And it just, things can go from bad to worse very, very quickly. And the more often you lie about something, the easier it becomes to lie to people, and it's a very slippery slope. So, and then when you are found out, now you have a trust problem, and it takes a long time to rebuild that trust that you once had and get. I mean, it's great that there was forgiveness involved, and I mean, if you're on the receiving end of this, you definitely need to be willing to to forgive and move on too. I mean, that's what friends do. They we all screw up. We all lie at some point in our life. We all make mistakes. True friends are not going to let the friendship end over that. They're going to forgive and put things behind them and move on. But there will always be that time needed to rebuild the trust. So just, it's best just to not go there, Your friends deserve more than that. So, all right, well, that's really all I've got about this episode. It's just very kind of direct to the point. I do have questions about the like evil Nightmare Dash or whatever we're gonna call her, episode. That looked like a fan animation or something. It was just interesting, all blocky looking. I know they intended it to look strange that way, but again, I expect fan art. I'm sure that's gonna go places. So. All right, well, I think this is one of my shortest commentaries ever, but that's really all I got in this one. So thanks for watching and listening, everyone, and I will catch you again soon for the second to last episode of the entire season here. So catch you soon.